my name's Jake and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking about my TBR for the Contemporary-a-thon. I'm not sure what round it is, round 6 or 7? 7? I want to say 7. The Contemporary-a-thon is basically a readathon hosted by Chelsea, Julie, and Natasha, where you just read contemporary novels for a week. They have 7 different prompts that obviously, like, you choose a book based on each prompt, you try to read 7 books in 7 days, or you can double up on challenges if you need to. And that's basically what it is. I can't remember what day exactly it's taking place, the 10th to the 16th maybe? I don't know, I'll say down here whatever days the Contemporary-a-thon's taking place. I'm just too stupid and forgot to check before I started filming. We're just gonna jump straight into my TBR because I kinda want this to be a quick video so I'm not making 20+ minute videos every single time, so we're gonna do that. The first prompt is to read a contemporary with green on the title, and for that I chose Watching You by Lisa Jewell, which, as you can see, has green leaves. The reason I want to read this is because I just read The Family Upstairs like 2 months, in November of 2019, and it has become one of my favorite thrillers of all time, so I need to read every little thing that Lisa Jewell has ever wrote, and this is the only other one I own, so we want to get to it ASAP. This basically follows this really nice neighborhood in England, and I believe this is one of those books that you don't even know who got murdered until the end, so the whole thing's just about you, like, learning about this neighborhood. They're all nosy people. Someone's been murdered. Someone did it. Who doesn't like who. It's that kind of book, kind of like Big Little Lies vibes, how you never know who's murdered or who actually did the murder until the end. So that's really all I know about this, and that's all I want to know before going into it, so we're gonna do it. And for those people that say thrillers aren't contemporaries, you're wrong. So the next prompt is to read a contemporary from a new to you author, and for that I chose The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus. I probably said that wrong. I literally need to get better at, like, learning authors' names before I talk about their books, but I just don't think about it until I'm literally standing here. So, I'm sorry. I'll try harder in the future. Why am I yelling like I'm being scolded right now? I'm sorry. February is also obviously Black History Month, so I want to make a point to read more books with Black main characters and written by Black authors. I'm not saying that this is the only month I read books by Black authors. I feel like it's important to do it year-round, but for this month specifically, I think you should make an even bigger point to read books by Black authors, so... But make sure you're doing it all year-round. You know what I'm saying. I am so tired right now, so I apologize if I make literally no sense. Anyways, I want to read this. It's a female-female romance between 2 Black main characters. I, once again, am not super aware of what this is about. I know it follows one character who is moving to the US from a different country, and then another character who kind of is dealing with stuff that kind of falls in love with this character that moves in. And this is just their love story. Look at how beautiful this cover is. Like, literally, that is amazing. I am so excited to read this, and I will be reading this for the Contemporary-a-thon. Prompt number 3 is to read a diverse contemporary, and for that I chose The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Once again, similar to The Family Upstairs, With the Fire on High was one of my favorite books of 2019, so I want to read Elizabeth Acevedo's other book before her 3rd book comes out in 2020. This is a book written in verse about our main character who's a poet, and she's kind of dealing with things through poetry. I believe there's religious aspects to this, like her family's very religious and kind of pushing that down on her, and she gets invited to the slam poetry club type thing where she knows she wouldn't be allowed to go if her parents know, but she starts doing it in secret anyways, and this just kind of follows her poetry, and her life, and I'm super excited to read this. I've never read a book in verse, so this is going to be my first, and I already know it's going to probably get 5 stars, So challenge number 4 is to read a backlist title, and for that I chose Difficult Women by Roxane Gay. This is actually a short story collection that basically just follows a bunch of different women in different situations, and it's kind of supposed to, like, paint a picture of modern day America, and there's a lot. There's one story that follows a stripper that is kind of trying to put herself through college while there's this customer that becomes obsessed with her. One story is about a girl who's married to a twin who she is aware that her husband keeps switching places with his twin brother, and she's trying to deal with that. I just know about those synopsises because I literally read the synopsis on the inside, but I'm very excited to read this. I've wanted to read this for a while, and I feel like this is a perfect time to do so, so I'm going to. Challenge number 5 is to read a dark or hard-hitting contemporary, and for that, I am reading a March arc. I'm going to knock out My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. This book, I believe, comes out March 3rd. It's early March, I know that much. It was supposed to come out in January, but it got pushed back, so I don't know, so I decided to read it in February. But this is definitely very dark. It basically follows a woman who I believe to be in her 30s, kind of dealing with the fact that when she was a teen, she was in a relationship with a much older man. And she's kind of realizing that that ain't good. And in this, like, in modern day, she sees that this guy that she had an affair with back when she was 15 years old, who was her English teacher, I believe, he is actually being accused of sexual assault by someone else. And she's kind of dealing with the fact of, should I step forward and tell my story, or was he not in the wrong since I consented to this relationship, even though she was underage? But so this just kind of follows her struggling with that, and I think it's going to be a very important read, especially like in today's culture, and I'm excited to get to it. I'm kind of scared to get to it because I feel like it might break me, but I'm ready to be broken. On the opposite ends of things, challenge 6 is to read a book with an illustrated cover, and I chose The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Once again, I need to start learning authors' names because I'm literally a buffoon. But this is one of the most popular adult romances books that is on BookTube. So this follows our main character, who is on the autism spectrum. She never really had a romantic life, so she hires a male escort to kind of teach her the do's and don'ts of sex, and it's definitely not my style of book, but I wanted to give it a try since so many people have loved it, and you know, who knows? Maybe I'll end up enjoying it. Well, we're gonna see. And then the 7th and final prompt for this readathon is to, I just spoiled what the book is, but it's to read a book that is loved by a member of the community. And for that, I chose The Serpent King by Jeff Zentner. Zentner. Basically, I know Julie and Chelsea love this book. I don't know if Natasha has read it. I'm not completely sure. Either way, I know this is both Julie and Chelsea's one of their like favorite books of all time. I have zero idea what it's about. I've owned it since it came out, so I probably should have gotten to it since it came out in like 2015 or 2016, but I haven't, so here we are. But I'm finally going to read it. That's literally all that matters, so whatever. Those are the 7 books I plan on reading for the Contemporary-a-thon. I have never successfully read 7 books in 7 days, so we'll see if I actually succeed in this. I might do a weekly vlog. I always say, I'm just going to say might, because I'm probably going to flop and not actually do it. We'll talk about that at that point. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below what you guys plan on reading for Contemporary-a-thon, or if you plan on reading any of these books, because we can buddy read, and I need to do more buddy reads, because they make me actually read. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Like if you enjoyed. And I'm going to go. Bye.